Inflation has been terrible, and the person, that was in office, that he wasn't really doing too much for us.
I got to lean more towards Trump because Trump helped the people the most when he was in office.
A lot of the people that I do talk to in this house are kind of sort of leaning toward Trump. I think for some of those reasons is because when Trump was the president, recently when he was the president, he pitched in to allow a lot of the people that live in poverty. So to those people, his contributions, I guess, really helped them out a lot.
I think a lot of people are turned off by being told who they should vote for based on skin color. I'm a black man. I'm in a black Greek-led organization. I went to an historically black college or university. None of that should matter with regards to how I make a decision on who I'm going to vote for.
Why do you think she's not the one?
I didn't think she was the one in 2020. I didn't find her to be a formidable enough candidate to get the base out to support her. They overlook class in the same way that Hillary Clinton 8 years ago took the black vote as well as the unionized community for granted. When you think that you have something just based on the history, and you don't speak to them, you don't come into the community, then the community is turned. There's going to come a point where the community just gets sick and tired of being sick and tired.
It's a group of voters that was the focus of both presidential campaigns.
I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country.
From visits to black churches to specific policy proposals, President-elect Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris repeatedly made direct appeals to African Americans.
Something that is critically important is to see black folks, and in particular black men, as a whole human being.
Across the country on Election Day, Harris received almost the same amount of support from black voters as President Biden did in 2020. But NBC News exit polls show that Trump made some inroads, gaining ground among black voters in North Carolina and more than doubling his support from black voters in Wisconsin.
Is it easier to wear that hat here now than it was before?
It is. It absolutely is.
In Milwaukee, we met 26-year-old small business owner Giovanni Jefferson, who says Trump's message on the economy and immigration stood out to him.
The extra money in my pocket aside, I think what is most important is getting that southern border closed down. There's been way too many people.
But for many of the voters we talked to after braving early voting lines, it was Harris's message that won them over.
She out there is for those that they needed her. We in need of her.
It's different because it's a black woman that's running to be president.
The Democratic Party now trying to understand shifts in its core coalition.
Both parties invested heavily here in Milwaukee. And while the overall turnout in this Democratic city did increase, it was Donald Trump who earned a few more votes than he did 4 years ago. Lester?
Shaquille, thanks very much.
Honestly, it should be 100% of the black people should vote for Trump, because I did more for black people than any president other than Abraham Lincoln. It's true. It's true. I did more than any president other than Abraham Lincoln. Think of it, criminal justice reform. I took care of the black colleges and universities.
Watch this one. This is just as frustrating.
Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there is misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States.
This is why they lost. This kind of crap is why they lost. Nobody wants this. This is ridiculous. You know what? You know why people voted for Donald Trump? He had a great track record for 4 years. He did the things he said he was going to do the first 4 years in office. Kamala Harris didn't lay out a single policy point that she could point to other than price gauging. It's price gouging. I don't know what they wrote in her teleprompter. These sort of tactics, I don't think are working on people anymore.
I implore you
all going to die down here.